something to happen. Night people hanging out, looking at each other, waiting for something to happen while the day world is sleeping. And night people creeping, hanging out, looking at each other. When the day world start moving, and night people start grooving, hanging out, looking at each other. While the day world lay hanging, and night people start swinging, hanging out, looking for something to happen. Night people hanging out, looking at each other, waiting for something to happen. We can't have one kind without the other. We got to keep the world alive. If everybody went to sleep at the same time every night, the world would die, die, die. Night people hanging out, looking at each other, waiting for something to happen. Night people hanging out, looking at each other, waiting for something to happen while the day was harder. Night people party, hanging out, looking at each other. When the baby stop humming, and night people start coming, hanging out, looking at each other. And the day world goes fine, night people doing fine, hanging out, looking at each other. Night people hanging out, looking at each other, waiting for something to happen. Night people hanging out, looking at each other, waiting for something to happen. Gotta see who's with who, who's with me, who's with you. Hanging out, looking at each other. Gotta see what you're wearing, what you got, what you're sharing. Basement. Night people hanging out, looking at each other, waiting for something to happen.